Okay, everybody, welcome now to the tomato house. So we grow tomatoes and cucumbers in this greenhouse. Now, if you remember in the spring, this greenhouse was full of annuals and containers and hanging baskets. Well, they don't need this space, obviously, in the late fall and the winter time because they're not growing any of those things and they're not storing any of those things. So we utilize the space to grow food. So we grow tomatoes in here on a hydroponic system. So we grow them in these green bags, like you can see. There are 2 tomato plants in each bag, and as you can see, there's a white line that goes to each tomato plant. That is a water line. That water line also contains all of the nutrition, all the fertility that that plant needs for its whole life. So we provide little bits of fertilizer and water a lot of times a day. So 8 times a day, these get fertilized and watered with a very small amount. Maybe the irrigation will run for 2 or 3 minutes, so they'll get 2 or 3 ounces of water. Just enough to keep that root zone wet and keep those roots so they don't have to look for any food. They can just get it right there. It's ready for them. That way they can grow to their maximum potential. Now, if you've seen this before, last year or the year before, we grow them up these strings. It's called the lower and lean system. We grow them up these strings and we prune them, all the suckers out that come up off of each leaf axil. We'll prune all those suckers out as it grows because we want one main stem. And we clip that main stem to that string, and that allows us to grow the tomato plants up the string, and then when they get to the top wire, we lean them down, we lower that spool down, and we lean them down so we can lower and lean. Now, at the end of the year, these plants will be about 35 feet long, so they just keep growing and growing as long as you provide them with the nutrition that they need. So in about February, middle of February, we'll rip them out, and they'll move back in with the containers and the annuals that you expect in the spring. But through then, come out and see what it looks like. Come out and try some of my tomatoes. They're the best you're going to have, especially in the middle of the winter. So come out and see us enjoy some fresh tomatoes.